Hi everyone, and welcome to Valley Crafty Corner. I have a scrapbook process to share with you today, and this is for a YouTube layout hop. I joined it last month, but I didn't get a chance to do a layout for it. So this is my first layout for the YouTube layout hop, and it's a Facebook page, and they have challenges every month, and this month is a mixed media or layering, and I thought I would take a stab at being mixed media. So I did that. I totally scrap lifted this. Not even just a little bit. I just completely copied it, changed a few things on it, but I really liked Two Peas in a Bucket. I think it was In the Mood to Scrap. Last week they had a lady on there, and I can't remember her name, and she had this way of taking embossing folders and adding some gesso and then using some mist, like Mr. Huey's mist, and some water, and to completely change the look of the embossing folders and make them really stand out. So I thought I would take a crack at it. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here, but basically what you've seen is I had some die cut pieces of like some sprocket gears. Those are from Tim Holtz. And I just did it in white because that's all she did was in white. And then I have 4 different embossing folders, and one is kind of like a circle pattern. The other one is kind of like a damask kind of paisley kind of print. The other one's like a brick wall, and the other one is like a whole bunch of different kind of collage shapes. So the way she did it is she took some gesso paint, she put it all over a thin coat, all over the embossing folders, as well as those little die cut pieces. So I did the same thing just because I've never done it before, so I wanted to kind of copy what she had done. And then she also took some gesso paint and kind of put it all over like the other parts of the layout. So the nice part of the way of doing these particular layouts is I only used one pattern piece of paper, and it was for the background. And this is from the crepe paper. I believe it's the Party Day, or it's the DIY. I think it's the DIY shop, but it's just a very plain, simple background, just because you're going to be adding so much color to it and you're going to change the look of it. It's probably best to go with a plainer background. So here I'm taking some Mr. Huey's sprays, and I used Buttercup, Mint Julep, and Dewy, and just kind of adding some water and some of the mist, and then I'm just kind of spreading it around with the paintbrush, and you can kind of see how it's working into the embossing folders. You're starting to see more of the depth on those embossing folders. They're really starting to pop out now. And I guess the nice thing is if it gets a little bright, you can really lighten it up with some water. But I wanted it to be a little bit more vibrant, so I didn't really do that too much. And when you dry it, it does kind of lighten up quite a bit. So here I'm working on those little sprocket pieces, and again just adding some more mist and some more water, and then just kind of mixing it around. And when it dries really a lot paler and almost like a plasticky kind of finish. So very different look than what I normally do. But it turned out pretty cool, I must say. So again, just adding some water and adding more colors, and just every time I added some different colors, I would add some water just so that I could blend it out a little bit. And I think I'm pretty much done my blending at this point. And I'm going to fast forward here, but basically I'm just going to speed up the process and hit it with the heat gun. And here's what it looks like dry, and it's quite a bit lighter than when it was wet. And then the other thing I'm doing is I'm outlining these sprocket pieces just to make them stand out a little bit more. I had to be really careful because some of the spots were really wet, and so my pen had a hard time copying, certain spots. But so I would just kind of go back and forth and to make it stand out a little bit. So just copying the inner pieces now. And here I'm going to kind of fast forward a little bit. I was trying to figure out a picture, and I went through quite a few, and I finally settled on this photo, and it's from a trip I took in Vegas, to Vegas in March of last year. And it was just it was the kind of like waterfall front over by the Mirage. It's like when you're walking into the hotel, if you look to the left, I believe it is, there's this kind of scenery with these dolphin statues, and it's a whole bunch of waterfalls, and it's really quite pretty. And I really could sit there all day and just look at stuff like that. I just love waterfalls. So here, because I used the paper pad, I think if I maybe used the crepe paper, like the actual crepe paper, like paper pack, not the paper pad, I probably wouldn't have had to have done this, but the paper on the paper pad is quite a bit thinner. So I needed to give it a little bit of stability just because it was really warped from the water and from the heat gun. So I backed it on some chipboard. I don't normally do that, but this time it definitely needed to have a little bit of stability to that layout. And here I pulled out some chipboard pieces. These are from, I believe, the Trendsetter from Crepe Paper. And I tried to use that circle piece, but it just wasn't going. I was trying to fit in circles in with the sprockets because there was a lot of square angular pieces, but not so much of a circular element. So, but it just didn't work. But I did find there's like this peacock feather on these chipboard pieces, and it was this really pretty green and yellow, and it really matched like the misting that was going on those embossing pieces. So I figured, even though it's dolphins in the photo, the color scheme went, so I was going to use it anyway. And here I'm just flipping through some Amy Tangerine, yes please. This is the sticker book, and I'm just finding some kind of floral elements that will work for this layout, and then I'm just cutting them in half, and then I'll tuck one piece on one side and then tuck the other piece on the other side, so I get double duty out of those stickers. And I'm going to go back into the sticker book, and I'm going to find another one, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to tuck that yellow one underneath that feather. And these are the vellum stickers. They're also from the Amy Tangerine Yes Please line. And there was this reddish flower, and because they're vellum, they are kind of see-through. I was going to try and tuck it underneath that yellow flower that I had already stuck down, but it was quite stuck. There was no way I was pulling it up. But I wanted to add a little bit more red to that one side because there was a red floral, well, I don't know if it's red. It's more like a pinky reddish color there was one on the right side, so I wanted to balance it off on the left side. And I wanted to add a little bit of washi tape to the bottom of those layouts, or of the pieces that were embossed, because they were a little, they weren't straight, they weren't perfectly straight across, so I wanted to kind of mask a little bit of that really crookedness. So I took this washi tape, and it was from Studio Calico, and it was probably one of the first rolls of washi tape that I got, so it's quite old, but it's a creamy chevron that's got like little reddish arrows on it, so it goes quite well with the color scheme. And here I'm pulling out these Amy Tangerine Yes Please stickers, and these are vellum type stickers as well. So you'll get a little bit of the color through the stickers, but they're really, really nice. I really quite like them. They give a different look than a normal thicker. So I think I might have to get another pack of these. I've just opened them up and realized how cool they are. This is the first time I've used them, so I might have to get another piece. And it's nice because they're kind of variegated in color, so you can almost use them like an ombre type of a title, but you could also, you know, like I have mine not like as an ombre look. I have them more as like, you know, a light to dark to medium to dark again. I've just kind of went all over the place just because I didn't want to make it look too ombre-ish, because I don't really have anything like that on the page, so I didn't want to go that way. And here I just keep spelling out my title, and my title is going to be Off to the Secret Garden. And because this was, I was going to the Mirage to go to the Secret Garden. Those of you who, you know, have never been there, it's Siegfried and Roy's little place, and they have like the Dolphin Cove, and they have like the cats, and like the big cats, like the white tiger, and I think they have panthers if I remember right, but the bigger cats. So anyway, I was going there. That's why the title is the way it is. So here I am going through the Dear Lizzie. This is the Lucky Charm sticker book, and I pulled out one. I was trying to look for another one, but that one says Laugh and Play, and then there was this other sticker that said Laugh More, and I thought they went really well together. And I remember seeing in the Amy Tangerine Yes Please sticker book that there was this green ampersand, and I thought they would look really cool kind of layered on top of each other over top of the ampersand, so I went with that, and it looks really neat. So just layering them. So it's that little subtitle has Laugh and Play and Laugh More, so I really like that title. It was kind of cool how it went. So here I just divided up my title because I felt like it needed to be not stacked on top of each other. It was not looking quite right the way it was. So here is where I'm going to get a little fussy with, oh no, I thought I was going to get fussy with my title here, but no, actually I pull out these little arrow pieces, or chevron pieces, I'm not sure what you want to call them. These are from Studio Calico, and these are brand new in my stash. I just wanted to pull them out to give them a go, and I really like them. And so I pulled out some of the larger ones, and then I pulled out some of these smaller ones, and they're going to be reversed. You'll see at the end here, but they're going to be reversed from where they are. But definitely use those. I really like how they kind of draw your focus into, you know, certain things. Like I wanted my focus to be on the title and the pictures. So those little arrows really brought your focus to that. So here I pulled out these sketchbook stickers, and these are from Studio Calico for American Crafts. Like, they're the thickers, but I don't end up using them. They just don't go well. I had the teal already in the secret part of the title, and I just don't feel they went really well. And I just wanted to spell it out just to see if it was going to make it any better. And I didn't really like it, and it didn't really fit right, and it was a little too big. That part of the title was a little too big for what I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna change my mind and put everything back. I was gonna change my title to the Secret Garden, but I changed that as well. So here I'm going to go to some of my little mini stickers, my little mini alpha stickers, and I have these orange ones. These are from, I'm not sure if they're from abroad or what they're from, but they're like the orange stickers, and they kind of have like a little bit of a funky font on the back side of them. So I just put some washi tape down because they felt like they were a little floating on the picture, so I just ripped some washi tape off. It's the same washi tape that I used before. So now I know I need a bigger, I need a bigger one. So I'm pulling out these orange thickers, these aren't the thickers. These are the Amy Tangerine, yes please, stickers. And I'm pulling them out in the orange, and I wanted something that would be a little bit brighter because I'm going to put it on top of the photo, so I wanted it to be a little brighter so it would stand off. And so here I'm just laying them on top of the photo, which is fine because that's just the little, little pool or pond, I'm not sure what you want to call it. It's just that little part there, so it's not really disrupting any part of the photo. And here I'm just this is the part where I'm starting to fuss with my title. I was getting a little frustrated. I knew I liked the secret part of the title. I knew I liked it right up close to that feather, so I wanted to put that down, but I wasn't sure where I was going to put the garden. I was having a hard time with that, but I figured if I put the first part of the title down, I should be able to figure the rest out. And then I realized this is where I really like these stickers. I could layer them over top of each other, and because they're vellum, you can still read the title behind it because they're vellum and you can see through it. So I thought that was so awesome that I think I will be doing more titles like this with that layer effect on top of it. So here I'm just putting down those letters, and then I think this is where I'm going to come in with the arrows. So I'm going to switch them around. Here's where I switch them around. I put the bigger ones up on the top, and I put the smaller ones on the bottom because there is not quite as big as a gap between the bottom part of the garden and the secret. So I needed to fill in a smaller gap. So I just switched them around for that smaller chevron pieces or arrow pieces, whatever you want to call them. So here I'm just going to glue them down, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit here because this is kind of tedious at this point. So we're going to fast forward here. And here I am pretty much done. I'm just adding the last few pieces down. And then I'm giving it a good look over. I thought about maybe adding one of those arrow pieces to the bottom, but it just didn't work. And I think I go back to these chipboard stickers. Yeah, I do. And I wanted to add a little bit of a green somewhere else on the layout. And there was this other kind of like chipboard star circle-y kind of thing. And I thought maybe I would add it across the photo because there was nothing really green on the other side to balance it off. And then as luck would have it, I was kind of monkeying around, and on my desk there was this like sequin, and it was like a orangey reddy kind of sequin, and it matched the photo, or like the embellishments in the photo. I had some more, but I didn't have any more red ones, and it felt like a little too overplaced if I just placed you know, a few here and there. So I just wanted to add that single one. And I think it looked better than when I had put down those other ones. And here I'm just going through my flare badges and seeing which one would look good, but the one that's on the photo right now is the one that stays, and it's just a yellow chevron. It's just a plain one, so it looks pretty cool, and it balances off the yellow from that flower on the other side. Similar to what I did with those red flowers, I needed to balance off on the other side. So I think here I go back to these vellum stickers, and I think about adding one of these, oh no, I add this camera, sorry. This camera is also from those vellum pieces, and I really quite like adding that camera in there. It just adds a little pop of some other dimension to it. And I thought about adding this circle vellum piece, but it just doesn't look right. I think about adding it a few places, but it just doesn't work. So it goes back on the sheet for next time. And still looking at those stickers, I think I'm really contemplating on adding, you know, more of something on there. And I pull out the puppy stickers, but I think that's just a little too much. So here's where I'm going to start journaling. And I always fast forward my journaling just because it takes me forever to journal because I'm not sure what I want to write. So here's where we come to pretty much the end of my journaling. And then we're going to get into some close-ups. So here is, I'm going to pull the layout up close so you can kind of get a look at the details. I also have close-up pictures at the end if you want to see a little bit more detail. So thanks for watching, and thanks for letting me join the YouTube layout hop. It sure seems like it's going to be fun. And thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.